Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to talk about another very important topic of HTML form, that is target attribute. Okay, so we are going to talk what is target attribute, why do we need target attribute, and what are those scenarios where we are supposed to use the target attribute, as well as what all type of target values are available that we can use. Okay, so these all things we are going to discuss in this particular session. And before we start the session, I would like to recommend you to go and please check out the previously released sessions first, because these all sessions are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be very easy for you to understand the ongoing topic. Okay, and as usual, like, there is one question for all of you, and I request you to please do share your knowledge for this question and put the answer in the comment section. So if you know the answer, you can directly share it, but in case if you have any doubt and if you don't know the exact answer, so in that case you can refer the previous session, because there we have already discussed this session in this topic in particular way. Okay, so for now, like, the question is, why do we use get and post method in HTML forms? So these are again very important topic of HTML forms, which we have already covered. So you have to just write a short answer in the comment section. Don't write in a complete descriptive manner. It would be fine like if you just put the short pointers. Okay, so those who will provide the consistent correct answer for these questions will be spotlighted in the upcoming sessions and the playlist. Okay, fine. So I think now we are good to start with the session. So here you can see we have just noted down the basic HTML code, which include one heading h1, and here you can see we have noted down the HTML by Sharmit. Now you can save this code and refresh your browser. So once you refresh your browser, you will find that HTML by Sharmit has been printed. Okay, got it. Now what we will do, we will write here another very important thing, which is form, because if you are learning about the form, so first thing we would need to write here is form. But just prior to that, let's add one more heading to put the topic name. So first topic name is, we can write target attribute in target attribute, then underscore blank. So this is the first value that we are going to discuss, target attribute, or maybe we can remove this hyphen, otherwise it will cause confusion. Okay, so target attribute underscore blank in HTML forms. Now remember one thing, some of you have watched the previous session of button series where we discuss how we can set the target attribute for the buttons, right? So this is not related to that, although both are similar, but this time we are applying the thing for entire form in a form tag mainly. Okay, so we just put the topic, which is target attribute underscore blank in HTML form. Now what we will do, we will firstly see this output. It's coming fine. Now we will add another form here. So let's add the tag, although we have not added a form, so we just added the new form. In form we need one button at least, so let's add button. In button we will write the name as submit, and also we will specify the type, although by default type is submit itself, but still it's better to provide the type. Got it. Fine. Now you can see there is a one button, but if at the moment if you click on this button, it will do nothing. Why? Because we have not specified the target yet. Not target, we have not specified the action yet. But before action, let's add another input field. So I'll write input. In input we will write type text, name would be username, placeholder username. Okay, it should be NAME. Okay, fine. Let's save it and refresh it. So now you can see if I provide some data here like Amit and click on submit, it will submit the data, but it is not navigating to any page. Why? Because we have not specified any action yet. So let's specify the action here. So to specify the action, you can simply go to this form tag. Here you can write action and tspgm 10 tspgm. Okay, we mistakenly write except it should be action. Yeah, so tspgm10.html. okay, so now if you click on this button after providing some information like Amit and submit, it will take to this next page, which is tspgm10, and data is also printed on the URL because we are using by default get method. Okay, so now let's talk about why we use target. So target is mainly used to tell the browser where to open or where to navigate the page in separate window, in same window, and many other types are there, right? So today we are talking about blank. So why we use blank? So blank we use in order to set the target. For example, if I set here target as blank underscore blank, and if I click on this button now, what it will do? It will open the same page with the same data but in a new window. So let's click on this. So I just clicked here, and now you can see it has been opened in the new window. Got it? So this is the first thing that we need to do here in HTML web page when you wanted to open the window in a new open the page in the new window. Same thing is open, like name is coming in the URL because by default method is get method. Okay, but it is open in the new window. So this is the advantage of underscore blank. So if you are specifying underscore blank, then in that case it will open in the separate window. Okay, now we will talk about the second type, although this is the by default type, so you might have familiar with this. So second type is target attribute underscore self in HTML forms. Okay, so what it means, and also we can write here by default value. So what it means? It means that now if I change this value from underscore blank to underscore self, it will open the form in the same page. Okay, let me show you how. So if I write here Amit and click on submit, it will open the web page in the same page, right? It is not opening it in any other window. Now some of you might be thinking, like, when we are not specifying at that time also it is doing the same thing. Let me show you again. So if we are not specifying the target and run the code and submit the data, so still it will open in the same window. Yes, because the by default target value is underscore self. Okay, so now we will talk about, I think now it is clear that when to use underscore blank and when to use self. So when you want to open the window in you want to open the web page in a separate window, so in that case we will utilize underscore blank. But if you open the same open the web page in the same page, then in that case you will utilize underscore self. Clear? Fine. Now if I shared some example, let's say if you want to create a web page which is just accepting which is just for the normal purpose, right? So in that case you can use self because it will automatically replace the current page. But let's say if you are preparing any web page where if you click on the button it will take you to the next, it will open a separate new window, maybe for login. So if I talk about the banking application, you might have seen this thing that when we click on the login button, it opens another window. There we are supposed to put the username and password. So if you want to make such type of functionality where you want to open the thing in a separate page, then in that case you will utilize underscore blank. Otherwise you can use underscore self. Another important question for interview is which is the default value for the target attribute. So in that case you can say the underscore self is the default value. Clear? Now there are other types as well that maybe we will discuss in the upcoming session, but for now these are the all things which I wanted to share with you all in this session. And for today there is one question, so I request you to please do share the answer of this question in the comment section so that others can take the reference from it. Okay, so yeah, I think now we are good for today. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.